All right, welcome back, everyone. It's David with Fairmare's Rangers. We're picking up with, I believe this is part 10 of our, no, it's 11 of our campaign. And we this last episode, we got back Croatia from the darn Polish Lithuanians who just can't stop. So we're back at it. Let's get to it. I think we're at a point where we can almost start breaking out and expanding. We are expanding in the south. Let's see where this goes. We're on the intern. We're in 1720 now. What can we get done this turn? So right off, we got a couple things we're going to have to deal with. We got the Polish who are laying siege to our capital, Vienna. Which we can't have none of that. So we can either send from Hungary to help out, but that we got another force here just outside of Hungary. So if we come out of there, they're going to immediately attack us for leaving the city. So we got that issue to deal with. Down here in the south, things are going great. We're about to lay siege to Bulgaria and take that. But yeah, this is the big problem we're dealing with. And Poland's, they're not letting up. They keep sending army after stack of armies after a stack. So we got to figure something out there. I mean, we're holding pretty good against everything they throw at us. But we're going to have to send something. So we're going to send our line infantry. But we also got to be wary of what Prussia will do. They got an army sitting right out here against Bavaria. We're going to have to trust Bavaria can hold their own there. And we're going to go ahead and make this move. And unfortunately, our boys in the capital don't come to help. So we're vastly outnumbered here. I mean, it's not even close how outnumbered we are. We do have some good troops. But it's just Austrian line. I have no cav. I was expecting my boys to come out of Vienna to help. I don't know why. I assumed they would, because they're barricaded in. But whatever, it is what it is. We're gonna have to do this, so this means we're gonna have to be really smart about what we do. We have no real ability to defend against cav attacks and the such, so we're gonna have to have our A game on this battle. Okay, so the situation we're up against, they have obviously cav on each flank. They got another cav with their general, and then they also have artillery ringing shells down upon us. They haven't really been inflicting any damage on us, but they are spraying us with artillery fire, so there's that whole aspect. I'm expecting if we come closer over here on this wing of their force, that cav might start making a push towards us. So that's what I'm trying to do. I want to get some of this cav out of this. And so we're going to push up and hopefully take out one of their cav. If he just sits there, we could get a shot on him, but he moves back. Son of a gun. And he goes behind their lines. So if that's the case, we can maybe start this action by trying to get up here and pick at one of the flanks and see if we can start whittling them down. We got to be really, really smart. If we can just instigate a fight here to pull a unit or so in. Okay, what I'm going to do, I mean, it's actually pretty risky in the fact that we're going to try and get as many shots off on this line infantry here, but we got the cav coming in as well. So I am actually going to get a shot on that cav first and the line, so I don't get as good of a shots in on this line as I would have. It would have been 2-to-1 versus that line infantry, but end up with just the one. Hopefully I can spin this line around and get another shot on him. Let's try to instigate that line forward a little bit more. He is going to fold back into his ranks, but we did at least take a little bit away from that. Now, if they're going to shuffle like this is a perfect opportunity for me to come up and maybe get some shots on them as they're not set. Let's see if we can get something. I mean, it's free kills if we can do it. Of course, they're in movement, so it's going to be not as easy as said as done. They're shifting each. Basically, this is what the AI does. It goes and flips from one flank to the next. I am going to get some shots in on this line, so this is going to be really ideal for me, and we're going to really take him down here. He's almost to half strength. Now he's under half strength. Just getting those two lines volleying on him. If we can get these two lines as well, we can maybe take out one line. I mean, he is in the woodland, but it's, you know, you can't pass up on a defenseless unit like this. You gotta take your shots when you can, even if they are in woods. All right, so we got our shots in. Now it's time for us to get back. All right, good. We're gonna get a shot in on this cav too. So what's happening is because our formation is bowed out, the AI is having trouble as it's resetting its lines. It's running into our flanks and taking fire from our flanks, and that's kind of what's going down there. So we're getting a one-on-one situation with this line, but it's depleted, so we took the one-on-one. We're gonna fold back and see if it makes some kind of advance on us. We can get the next line volleying in on him because he's already fired. That means we get free shots in. See, if they were to advance with their cav, we would have a real difficult time because we wouldn't be able to run from their cav. There we go, one line down. Many to go. Yeah, if they attack with everything they had, we would get absolutely crushed. Because we have nothing to repel their pushes. So we're gonna have to be somewhat aggressive against them, but not to the point of stupidity. We're gonna be aggressive and then run when we have the advantage to do so, if that makes sense. I guess we can maybe even get shots in on these lines just like we did on the other flank as they're coming across. And the perfect thing about it is they got lines set up behind, so any of our shots that miss them might go into their other lines. In this case, it's not so much. We only get one line that's able to volley and a little bit of that other one. There we go, got that flanking unit to get a shot in. I mean, we did some pretty good damage there, and the other flank you can see my lines getting some shots in too. So let's go ahead and fold there. We're not getting much damage because they're in the woodland. They're starting to advance now. So as we fire, we're gonna roll back. And then just keep maneuvering as they end up pushing on us. Which they're not, they're just shuffling. But since we do have finite resources on ammo, we got to really take our shots wisely. We can't keep shooting into these woodlands because we have pretty bad accuracy. Even though we have all the extra chevrons, it's going to be basically like we have a basic line infantry. All right, well, that was nice. They let us get some shots in on their cav. But we're going to have to roll back, or else their lines are going to get free volleys on ours. We ain't having that. We ain't having that at all. So you can see this is just a lot of shifting and maneuvering, waiting for the ideal situation to happen, because as we maneuver, they're going to maneuver. Especially if we have a situation where we're threatening a flank or threatening something, they're going to they're going to move around. Especially, also, one other thing to keep in mind is as they lose units, the AI is going to shift its men around. I just lost the line volley from moving that line infantry. Okay, come on, volley, dude. Okay, gotta roll my right flank back. Got all 3 ranks volleyed. Finally, you can see how terrible my line is at reloading. God, they're awful. Just wish I had a cav I could run this fool down. Okay, we're getting into the thick of it. We got firefights going everywhere. They're starting to bring that cav in. We got to get back to where we have infantry support for the other line if they do cav charge me, because if they charge me there, I'm going to lose that line. And I don't want to have taken out one of their line infantry only to lose one of mine. That's a big loss. You can see we're taking damage on this unit over here, the third one from the right. We are taking quite a bit of damage with him. But we're doing it because we have a 3 line versus 1 line situation. So even though he's taking some damage, we just took out another line for it. So I think we've taken out, what, 3 line now? And I think that only... I think we might still be at a disadvantage if, at worst, we are even in the line infantry situation, but they still have 3 cav, so still not ideal situation for us. All right. Once the thing here too is, once you get your lines reloaded, you can't just sit and wait for the AI to do something. You got to make some aggressive move and try to get them to shift, which that always means trying to work to the flanks, spreading your lines thinner like I am, so that even though you're outnumbered, you're still able to get around the flanks, because the AI is always going to stay in that 3 rank formation. And I'm going to get a shot in right here. There we go. Look at that. That's nice. Thing is too, when you're thin like this, you volley out faster. So you can go up and get shots on him, and if you wanted to, you could roll back before he fires all his men in his unit. You can fire... This is fire by rank, so you can have every man fire within 2 ranks. That is the benefit of being spread out. Okay, so we got another line out of there. We have taken damage, so it's not ideal still, because we are up against 6 line infantry still. And also they still have their cav. And that 1 line infantry should be able to come back, so that means we'd be even in the line infantry fight. But not really, because most of these lines we're up against are full strength, and you can see I've already got 1 line that's at 74 strength. And I don't have any that are at 150 anymore. Okay, so we're doing the same thing. We're going to work up here towards the flank, see if we can get a shot in on the flank, and then this is a really good way to maneuver up to get 3 lines on 1. You see that 1 line did end up coming back. We got 2 line versus 1 over here. He's starting to rout, but he's still got over half strength. Come on, boys. There we go. Finally, we're getting that volley. Okay, get back. Okay, got another line broken. Starting to look a lot better for me here. We're gonna continue to thin out our lines, just keeping them spread. See how I did that? I got both ranks fire, and I'm able to run before he even gets a shot in, because, well, he does get a shot in, but he doesn't get a full volley in, where I had every man be able to shoot. Okay, about to take out another line. So now we got almost 5 lines on one line infantry right here on the left. We're gonna pull back our right. We do have to reload with these 3 lines over here on our left, but yeah, they're still going at it. Slowly but surely. We got one of them finally shooting. Give it to him. Eat some of that lead. Alright, he's finally under half strength. And he's going to peace out. So we're in... vastly better shape now. Okay, that cav's coming in, hopefully not to charge. They should check their artillery, because it's done absolutely nothing this whole battle. If I was them, I'd go up there and slap the hell out of that man running that artillery group. Okay, we should be able to get some pretty nice shots in now. Should get out. Come on, fire on him. There we go. Ooh, he's down to 35. He should be routing. 28 men, and he's still hanging in there. Jesus. Okay. No need to sit in there and take unnecessary damage. So we're down to 4 little line infantry left. They're in still pretty good shape, though. Boy, I tell you, their cav and their art have failed them terribly in this battle. Just terribly. There we go. 2-on-1 volley there. Almost moved my line before he finished falling out. All right, they lost another line. Let's go ahead and push up. They're about to lose another, and then it's 1 line infantry left. Two infantry left, sorry. We can almost surround them now. Actually, we can surround them now. That cav's gonna come in after all this time. Cav's finally gonna come in. There we go. We're down to 1 line infantry for him. Let's go ahead and tighten up this encirclement. I don't know what the hell they're doing. They should have finished out that charge. I can tell you one thing. This line here, just outside the woodland, it ain't getting away from this battle. They're about to peace out. There we go. Give it to him. Give it to him. Go ahead and charge. And he's done. All right, so we got this one going pretty well for us. Their calf's going to come in now as it's too late. Isn't that awesome? They're pissed off, so they're going to try and take out my general. So cute. Yeah, what you gonna do now? Ah, idiots are gonna wheel about. I thought they were totally set. Okay, nice. That cav is spent. Got them down to almost 10. Now let's set up to go after this last cav and their artillery. Hopefully I won't take too much damage from their artillery on the advance. Okay. It's go time. And here comes the cav. Okay, their artillery is about to head to the hills. There we go. So, we sent them packing. We actually came out of that with not too bad of damage. We're able to now start repairing some of these buildings that they came in and destroyed in Austria. Got to keep your capital healthy if you want a good economy. That's one of the biggest rules, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go ahead and take Bulgaria. I think we can just probably auto-resolve this bad boy. No need to really spend time on that. We lose 37 men. Take it. So, Bulgaria is ours. One more Ottoman region to take, and then they are swept out of Europe. And I am all too excited to get them out of Europe, and then we can keep them bottlenecked from coming in. There is one, I don't think that's a rebellion army. It might be over there in, but at any rate, we do have Hungary. Transylvania we can take, which is rebel. Take that back and add that back to our empire after we deal with this. And then we're going to have to deal with some Russians. So we might invite some other problems, but I want to get these Ottomans out of here. Okay, here in the south, we still got this busted up French army. Of course, I'm pretty busted up as well. All right, that British army, a lot of you guys have been commenting about, is a British army has moved off from that with that fleet. So we'll see what they do. I think they come back. We'll see. All right, Prussia does lay siege to Bavaria. Thank Christ they didn't attack. I don't know how much of a force they have. And it's interesting, too, because Prussia had another army up there in Saxony that they could have probably brought against Bavaria, but, ooh, somebody else is coming to dinner as well. We pretty much expected the Marathons to start sending some people our way. Kind of shocking it hadn't happened already. All right, just a rebel army. I think we can probably auto-resolve this as well. Yeah, we only lost a little bit, so not too bad at all. All right, one thing I want to say, I know I've been saying this pretty much every video, but it's important to say as we go up here to take Moldavia, is that I am spending a lot of the money on that I do make each turn on building up my resource buildings. So even though I'm editing it out, just know that that is happening. I am spending money that I'm making on improving my economy. So I think it's probably better for me to say it and you get annoyed with me saying it over and over again versus me spending all the time showing you, oh, I'm going to upgrade this building and I'm going to upgrade this building. And I think it bogs down the campaign and makes it a little boring. So I'm just editing all that out. As you can see, I have some buildings still here busted up in a couple of my regions. And that's only because they're super expensive to fix up at the moment, and I don't have the money to do it. Okay. So you got a little bit more men left on this rebellion army. Other than that, we've got this pretty much licked. So as we get this part of Europe here in the south under control, we are still going to have to fend off the Russians, but I think that'll be a little easier to keep up with because we do have a protectorate down there that we can fend off some of those territories too. And I think we should be able to start making a push here in the north and to the west, to some of the more wealthier regions, if you will, because nobody's going to get rich off of Moldavia or Bulgaria or, you know, anything like that. So you're not gonna grow a rich empire off of them, or Serbia for that matter. So although they do gain wealth over time, it's going to be time that we just can't sit around for if we only have out of what 10 regions that we have, 7 of them suck balls. It's not a good winning formula. All right, so Moldavia is ours. The Ottomans have been bumped out of Europe with the exception of their little rebel army. So now we're going to make our way over to Transylvania. In the meantime, we're going to give this region to our protectorate. And yeah. So here's the other good thing. So we got our army that's going to be holding off any invasions from the Ottomans at Istanbul down here. We have our protectorates that can hold that land. If the Russians declare war on them, that might be problematic, but if they don't, I think we'll be A-okay. So if they do declare war on them, then we'll deal with that. But in the meantime, I can use that army that we just took Moldavia after I take out Transylvania. I can move them to the west and move the vast majority of my military strength on to expansion there, where we can really, like I said, make them fat stacks, baby. Yeah. Man, I don't know. I really feel it. We're going to make a breakout here from where we're at. So just be prepared. In the next coming episodes, I have some, I got my magic 8-ball. I shook it. And I asked it if we're going to start expanding our territories in the west. And it said yes. Just a flat out yes. So that's what's going to happen. Thank you, Magic 8-Ball. All right, Poland, Lithuania. Got a little busted up army there from what we spanked. So Prussia should be able to take them out. I'm rather glad that Poland and Prussia have stayed at war with each other, because if they did not, we might have some issues. But luckily they've been trading off territories back and forth, and it's been a little slugging match between the two of them. We're going to go ahead and end the turn, and this is going to take us from the winter of 1720. We're going to move into 1721. All right, Prussia. And Poland, Lithuania. Here they come. And there they go. They have laid siege to Hungary, though. And that's A-okay. Okay. Here comes these pesky devils, the Marathons, with a little bitty army, which is kind of hilarious. Damn you, Westphalia. Okay. Another attempt gets their asses spanked. And here we go. All right, one other thing is, don't forget, you can also become a channel member. I'd like to take this time to thank our 2 channel members. If you do decide to become a channel member, it does help out our channel quite a bit. It helps us to put out more of this type of content, and also you get exclusive early access and also exclusive content that will be available to only you. And also, I do ask my channel members for their opinions on the direction of the channel, so you will have an impact on the paths that we do take, on the videos we make, and so on and so forth. All right, so here we go. We are wrapping things up on this episode, I believe. And don't forget, if you are not able to help as being a member, you can always subscribe to the channel. It is free after all. And also, giving this video a like also goes a long way. As always, I appreciate everybody's support, and I will continue to bring you more of this campaign. And as we finish up this one, however it turns out, if we win, if we fail, whatever happens, we'll push on to the next nation to see how far we get in an all-out war situation. We're going to do it with every nation. Some are going to be impossible, I think, to pull off. So we'll just see how far we can get with them. Some nations should be fairly easy. This, I would think Austria is on the higher end of the difficulty list, just because of the situation you get, all the problems you get with it. We're going to use this army to go ahead and attack this another Polish army. So I figured, hey, you know, they knocked out the Polish Lithuanians from Vienna. Why not do so over here in Hungary as well? Interestingly enough, all my armies are rallying out to assist us in this endeavor, which is interesting because they didn't have any part in it for the siege of Vienna. I guess they thought the battle was hopeless. Anyways, we're going to pick up this battle on the next episode, so don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you then.